Okay, are we up? Are we good? Okay, I think we're up. I heard everything just ping. Okay, all right, we're back. We're back. Okay, hello. Okay. Jeez Louise. I was actually about to call it. I'm like, so my web browser, so Chrome was like, you need to update your browser. Like that popped up and then everything crashed. So maybe I did just update my Chrome browser. So hopefully that resolved the problem. I don't know, Sam. This happens every week. I don't know what to tell you, Maritime. I mean, I did just update the browser, so maybe that will do it. I don't know. This has been ridiculous. So Sam's yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know. Chrome has been unstable for me for the past. Maybe it's a Chrome thing. At this point, it's starting to become a normal thing. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say it. Ozzy says King Maritime is still King Maritime. You know what? Yeah, we did not do the Q&A last week, so I was able to save the Q&A from last week for this week. And I think you guys will enjoy it. Maybe you guys will finally be able to defeat Maritime. Let's see here. We got maybe a Google bug. I don't know. Sam, did you know that I have won every Q&A since September 29th? In other words, I have been the crown for a month and a half in a row. Maritime. One problem with your logic. I didn't have a live stream for 3 weeks. So you can't go on and go, I've been the king for so long. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You can't. Yeah, I mean, I still have it. Well, we'll see how that goes tonight. How about that? Isaiah says a multi-hour Brightside Titanic video just got posted. You would not last. Please don't. Please, let's just not do that, okay? I don't want any hour-and-a-half long Titanic videos, okay? Like, I don't need that in my life, so can we just not? Dark says, have you heard the Titanic breakup theory that Rose dumped Jack first? Never heard that before, but okay. AVQ says, well, Maritime, your time is coming to a close. Isaiah, you have suffered enough. All right, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do the Q&A. I know we're about 20 minutes early, but I do have a video that I'm trying to get done for you guys. So if we go ahead and do the Q&A now, then I'll wrap up the stream. I'll wrap up the stream a little bit early, and I'll go and finish up the video and try to get that up for you guys this evening. What do you guys think of that? Are you guys okay with that, or do you want to do normal time? I'll let you guys decide. Do you guys want a normal video? Like, yes, no, I'm okay with it. Yes, that works. 30 minutes left. Normal time. Here, let's just do this. Start a poll. Normal stream length, normal live time, or end early for possible new video tonight. Because I don't know if I'll get it done enough. I don't know. I don't want to release it too late. So normal or early. You guys decide. It's up to you guys. Whatever y'all want. Normal or early. Start a poll. The video is done. I just have to make some adjustments to it. Normal live time or end early for possible new video. All right, there we go. Oh, it's 50. Oh, whoa, it's all over the place. Holy crap. Normal is 53, normal 55, early 46, 55. Possible is it's going to be Japanese. It's actually really, really close. Okay. Sam, this year will mark 108 years since Titanic and a cruel twist of fate sank in the ocean. Yep, I saw that Titanic Honor and Glory released an animation of Titanic today. What could have been? Sam, did you know that in the 1972 Poseidon Adventure, the actors of the film visited Queen Mary, and in the film, the SS Poseidon is the Queen Mary, and the ship is renamed? Yeah, well, not 100%, but looks close enough. 56 votes. Okay, we're just gonna do it normal. We'll just go normal then. We'll go another 20 minutes or so, and then we'll jump into the Q&A. Meredith says, at this time, the Fitz has 28 minutes left. Bum, bum, bum. Ship says, hey, Sam, were you sitting in a corn house and asked Captain Chicken how tripping and falling into? Were you sitting in a? Oh, you're talking about that meme, right? You're talking about the meme with me sitting in a courthouse and asking Captain Scatino and all of that. Hold on a second. Wait. That looks a little fuzzy. So, historic travels. I'm going to show you guys my favorite meme sippy cup. I'm going to show you guys my favorite meme ever.
Yes, I know you spilled your tea on your last laptop, so you will not spill it.
I don't know how many of y'all remember this.
Yeah.
This is what my sister made because I spilled tea on my MacBook.
Thank you, sis. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to use this.
So that's how Titanic sunk. So that's how the Titanic sunk. Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. Very interesting stuff. Oh, the great tea flood. The great tea flood. What the MacBook saw. Isaiah says, new evidence is rising on how the ship sank. Yep. I remember you reacting to that with Rachel. Yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, we used to do that. Memes about us and all of that. Wolf 10, thank you so much. In your opinion, how accurate is the ship's lighting in the 97 film? I know studio lighting would have been used while filming, but how bright was Titanic during the night of sinking? Not accurate at all. So, like, the lighting that you see, you have to remember with Titanic animations and Titanic films, it was really, really dark that night. There was no moon or anything like that. So when the lights went out, everything would have just been pitch black. And it would have been so hard to see what was going on unless you were right there with it, especially if you were looking at the ship with your eyes while the lights were burning. So after the lights went out, those in the lifeboats, they only would have been able to see the Titanic silhouette against the night sky. So they would have seen the stern going up. Basically, they would have seen the stern and the stern's outline against the night sky. That would have been how they could see what was going on. But yeah, you could not see a lot of the ship after the lights went out, especially if you were looking at the ship while the lights were still going. So it would have been hard. It would have been hard. Isaiah says the dream. Yeah, this is the model from Titanic Dream. Cool little model. Brian says the darkness helps explain why some survivors are convinced the Titanic went under the water as one piece. Partially, but here's the thing. A lot of survivors said that it broke. They're like, did you see that? The ship broke in half, like so many. But now we're kind of getting into conspiracy stuff. Give me just a second here, guys. We're getting into conspiracy stuff a little bit. But the thing to remember is that what they think, it's like that during the inquiry, it was like they went with the testimony of a few key people and then ignored testimony from other people. So Archibald Gracie and Lightoller both said that the Titanic sank in one piece. But both of those men weren't in a position to see what the stern was doing. So, you know, because Lightoller was fighting for his life around Collapsible B and all that. And then Gracie, having just survived the implosion of the Grand Staircase Dome, you know, like they weren't really paying attention to the stern. You know, I'd say what happened was because right around when all that went down, they that's when the Titanic broke. Maybe a minute after that. So probably what happened from their perspective is that, you know, they survived the events that they did. And then the ship went down and everything. And then probably when they came up, when they looked back at the stern, the breakup had already happened. And then the stern, like if my hand's the water, they probably saw the stern when it was starting to rise up. That might have been when they looked back. So I could totally see how they would think the ship, you know, sank in one piece. But most survivors said that it broke. And honestly, it's kind of crazy that they even established that the ship sank in one piece. They should have said that, okay, something's up here. But then we kind of get into, there's a conspiracy out there, or a theory, maybe more than a conspiracy, that the White Star Line was afraid that if they said that the ship broke in half, then that would make people lose confidence in their ships. So I think that they were trying to create this image of the Titanic sitting at the bottom of the ocean, and she's just in this pristine condition, and she's just preserved at the bottom of the ocean for all eternity. I think that's the idea that they were going for, not that the entire ship blew apart and ripped itself apart. Maritime said already people had lost confidence in Western. Well, of course, the ship sank, but I think they were I think they were in damage control at that point. That's what I think is going on. They were in damage control. George says, "Hey Sam, have you seen that Lego announced their endurance set?" Yes, I did. We talked about that during my in my Discord a few days ago. I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. That's basically what was happening there. DM says, if Britannic sank in deeper water, do you think she would have split too? No, I don't. See, the way the Titanic sank was very odd. The Titanic sank pretty much on an even keel. So the ship, like during the final plunge or right before the final plunge, she had a slight list to port. Well, I say light. I think it was about maybe 10 degrees or so. And right around the time that the bridge went under, the ship suddenly righted itself and began to sink more or less straight down. So that tells me that the flooding inside the ship, the water was distributed pretty evenly, and it was still spilling over the tops of the bulkheads and everything. So at a certain point, so the way the Titanic sank, you've got the watertight bulkheads, and they go up to E deck. Yeah, they don't go up any higher than E deck. The water had to spill over the tops of the bulkheads and go back and back and back and back. We all know this. But during the final stages of the sinking, where the water was flooding pretty evenly throughout Titanic and the stern was rising up, there was a period, very brief, where the water really couldn't proceed anymore further back. And this was because the Titanic stern was rising up into the air and the water just could not go up anymore. Now, the ship was still going to sink, and I'm not saying it stopped sinking, but the water couldn't spill over the tops of the bulkheads anymore, or not as easily anyway. So because of that, there was a moment where the stern, it stopped. The water probably paused for a moment. And then as that happened, the bow began to drop and the stern began to rise up, and that put a lot of strain on the ship's structure, and that's what caused it to fail. There was like a pressure point, like right here, just forward of the third funnel, where you've got the dead weight of the bow and the positive buoyancy of the stern. The two sides were fighting each other, and it just destroyed the ship's structural integrity. It just could not take it. In the case of Britannic, the flooding wasn't even. The water basically stopped for a few seconds, maybe not much. But as the Britannic sinking was not like that. She did not flood evenly. The water was coming in more quickly on the starboard side, and the water was flooding on the starboard side of Britannic a lot more than on the port side. So because of that, the water was it was flowing around, and there wasn't an opportunity for the water to like pause like that. And the ship just kept flooding more and more starboard first and making its way over to port. And then the Britannic rolled over onto its side, and she was sinking straight. Like she was going to go completely down. There wasn't a single point of pressure on the Britannic's hull like there was Titanic. Like the Titanic, all of the ship's strain was right here in this one spot. Britannic didn't have that. That's what I'm trying to say. The Titanic sinking is weird. Okay, there we go. There we go. I hope I explained that okay. I kind of got off on a little tangent there. We got another 10 from Wolf. Thank you. If the events of April 14 and 15, 1912 had never happened, which event do you think would have been the one that would have changed maritime law about lifeboats, everybody on board, 24 hours? Britannic would have been a lot worse. Britannic would have been a heck of a lot worse if Titanic hadn't happened. I don't know if anything would have changed with Lusitania, because Lusitania just didn't have time. Just Titanic's weird just because it sank so slowly that there was time for all this stuff to happen. It's very unique. Maybe Britannic? Because if Britannic didn't have the gantry davits, there would have been a much greater loss of life. I don't know, though. I don't know. It's debatable if the Eastland disaster would have happened, because the Eastland wouldn't have been so top-heavy from all of those lifeboats, because the Eastland was already top-heavy as it was, but then when they put enough lifeboats on for everybody, that made it too top-heavy, and that caused it to roll over. So, let's see here. Maritime says the SS Vestris. I'm not familiar with it. Hold SS Vestris. What is it? Vestestris. I'm not familiar with this one. The SS Beatrice was a 1912 ocean liner. I do not know this one. Fate sank November 28, 1928. How did she sink, though? She was listing to starboard so badly that... Oh, wow, they actually have a photo of it. There's a photo of all on board during the sinking. Jeez. Her ballast tanks had not been pumped out. The hatches under bunkers were buried under coal. They'd not been. She may have been listing inside the port when she left. She ran into a storm and flooded her boat deck and swept away two of her lifeboats. Part of her... Huh. So not an SOS. I'll have to research this, but I'd have to look into it. I'm not... who knows? I'm not familiar with that one. Hawkeye, hey Sam, what's up? Hey Hawk, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. You should join us tonight for the company. For the company, that we're gonna do that tonight. Missed you, buddy. Yeah, missed you too, man. We'll hop into the Discord tonight. We're gonna go fight for the company. Mig says, Sam, what is your favorite ocean liner? What is your favorite ocean liner? No idea. I have absolutely no idea which ship is my favorite. No idea at all. But yeah, to answer your question, I'm not sure which one it would have been, but something would have happened eventually. Lego says, I wonder. I know, Lego. I know. It's such a mystery. It is such a mystery as to which ship is my favorite. Titan says, question, was there ever a moment when RMS Olympic, RMS Titanic, and RMS Britannic, SS Traffic, and SS Nomadic were in the same area at the same time? Hold on a second. I don't think so. When was Britannic's keel laid? I'm not sure. November 30th, 1911. So no, they would have been gone. So Titanic and Britannic were technically together, sorta, for a brief period. You know, they were together, but Nomadic and Traffic left on May 31st. So, hold on. No. Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic would have all been together a couple of times. When the Olympic during the Olympic Hawk collision, Olympic would have went back to Hartland and Wolff for repairs. She would have been there with all three. And then when she threw the propeller blade. So yeah, there were a few moments, even though Britannic was not far along in her construction at all three sisters were together for a brief period. Yeah, very, very cool. Wait, am I missing something? No, I'm right. Wait, May 31st, 1911. Yeah. No, I'm right. Maritime. Yeah, I'm right. Maritime. Yeah, you're right. I'm right. You had me second guessing myself, but no, all three sisters would have been together briefly, just at different points in their construction and all that. Only Olympic would have been done. We got that one. Ed says, question, will they ever do a full exploration of the stern in spite of its twisted condition? It's impossible. The stern is just mangled metal at this point. I doubt that there's any interior spaces left that is in enough condition to go in and look around. I mean, it's just jagged metal and debris. It's like, it'd be like trying to explore a house after it's collapsed, you know, I doubt that the only things around the stern that's still recognizable is the engines. Well, the back is still there, where the propellers and rudder and all that are. That's still somewhat recognizable, but yeah, the stern's mostly just jagged metal at this point. Abby says, Sam, what is your favorite White Star Line ship? Titanic person. Ever since learning about Titanic, I learned to play these songs on violin. Near My God to Thee, Vision, Salam, and Autumn, the speculated last song. So the thing about Autumn, I think what happened, number one, that's really cool. Congrats. But the thing about Autumn, I think it was the next to last song. I did a whole video about that, looking into Nearer My God to Thee. It's on my channel. But yeah, I think Autumn, and then after that, Nearer My God to Thee. I think those are the last two songs. And that would also explain why people thought that they heard both, because they probably did, just depending on where they were. Olivia says, Sam, you missed my super chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Olivia. Olivia, too, thank you, Sam. Says, that's not Titanic, Sam. There are no masts. Okay, so Olivia, here's the thing you need to understand about the masts, okay? The Titanic was actually built during a top secret construction project with the British government. They were experimenting with masts that could be used as rockets. And they were full of gunpowder and all this other stuff to use them as missiles. So the Titanic was actually a very experimental military ship, and the mast could shoot off. No other models have like portrayed that, but that's why this model doesn't have masts, okay? Because this shows the missile launching system after it was done. So I totally made that up right here on the spot. Listen, you've got to give me credit that I am pretty good at improv, okay? I had no thought of that 30 seconds ago. That was completely random thought. You gotta give me some props for improv, okay? I'm pretty good at thinking on my feet. That was creative. Yeah, 100%. Pen prop. Say, hey, pen prop. Hope you're doing well. Craig says, Sam, are you okay? Are you okay? There we go. Let's see. MJ says it's official. Sam has joined. No, I have not. No, I have not. Titanic person. Jeez. All right, everybody. So we are at the 1 hour mark, or within a few minutes of it. So I think we are going to get started on the Q&A. Let me get a sheet of paper. Because once again, my marker. Where is it? Uh-oh. Do I not have... Uno momento, ladies and gentlemen. Uno momento. Sorry. That took longer than I expected. Okay, I'm back. I am sorry about that, guys. I am back. At this time, the Fitz has 10 minutes left. Yep. All right. So here's what we do. At the end of every live stream, we do a Q&A. We have the entire chat go up against our residential